So in the Molly Tuttle Dooley's Farm video, I really wanted to go off on this rant about Dooley as this fictional moonshiner, but it's kind of wildly off topic, so instead I'm going to do that rant here. One day, a man named Jerry Snake Rushing walked into a meeting. He was trying to sell an autobiographical song about his days running moonshine as a young man. Instead, he was persuaded to record some stories from those days onto tape, so they could be shared with a producer and hopefully turned into a film. This film would be called Moonrunners. I actually ordered a copy of this film. It's not here yet, but I'm really excited to watch it. Let's take that excitement and let's set it aside. There is no way Jerry could have possibly realized the influence this film would have on the representation of Southern culture in media, because Jerry had an interesting young life. Jerry Rushing ran Moonshine with his brother in a car they named after Robert E. Lee's horse, Traveler. Their moonshine mentor, Uncle Dooley, helped make shine while their attractive cousin, Dixie, palled around with them at the local beer joint, the Pigpen, which was run by a guy named Hogjaw. If you're familiar with Southern car culture, you know exactly where this is going. Remember that film Moonrunners? Well, it was turned into a TV show about two brothers, Bo and Luke, who ran shine in a car named the General Lee. Their Uncle Jesse helped them make shine while their attractive cousin, Daisy, palled around with them at the local beer joint, the Boar's Nest, which was run by Boss Hogg.
I'm beginning to get a funny feeling in my stomach.
Of course, you know Jerry's real life as the Dukes of Hazzard. He unfortunately received no royalties from the show, or the movie, I think. He later sued CBS for an undisclosed amount of money for his troubles. Jerry Rushing did go on to race professionally in the early days of NASCAR for 12 years, do stunt work and bit parts for 26 different productions, and is the man credited with inventing the bootlegger's term. Also, he is an accomplished bow hunter who has articles in many hunting publications. That's right, the Dukes of Hazzard even stole his ability to use a bow. Anyway, a couple paragraphs ago, I mentioned that his uncle was a moonshiner and his name was Dooley, and I think that is the first reference of, a moonshiner named Dooley that I know of historically. Interesting side note, the Dillards, the people who wrote Dooley, the bluegrass song, that singer and Jerry were born in the same year. And the Dillards say that the song is about people they knew. And if Jerry's story is to be believed, I mean, his uncle Dooley brewed moonshine. And so Dooley was operating at the right time to possibly meet both of these groups of people. The only problem is they grew up maybe like 13 hours apart from each other. Jerry grew up in North Carolina. I believe the Dillards grew up in Missouri. So they'd have to drive all the way across, Tennessee or Kentucky or something. It would take a good amount of time. I'm not sure. Maybe Uncle Dooley did go on the run and ended up doing some shining in Missouri. It could be the same guy, but that is a pretty ridiculous theory. We'll write that on the Bluegrass Conspiracy Board, and we'll never speak of it again. Anyway, I guess thanks for watching this. I just wanted to share that really interesting story because Jerry Rushing is obviously a badass.